Big and bad news for Twitter. A federal judge has now dismissed Elon Musk's lawsuit against the Center for Countering Digital Hate after the owner of Twitter had a hissy fit about the fact that they put out a study showing that hate speech is going unmoderated on the platform, that there's much more of it than there used to be, and there seems to be fewer consequences when people engage in hate speech. So it isn't just that the ruling dismissed the lawsuit. It was really scathing, and not just to the merits of the lawsuit, but also in attacking Elon Musk's obvious transparent motivations in launching this lawsuit. So the judge, this is US District Judge Charles Breyer, says that the suit is so unabashedly and vociferously about one thing that there can be no mistaking that purpose. This case is about punishing the defendants for their speech. And I love it. I love it because it's accurate. It's direct, and I love anyone else taking an opportunity to use the word vociferous. It's a great word. More people need to work it into their vocabulary.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
In any event, why was Elon Musk so angry about the center's findings? Well, they reported on how, quote, racist, homophobic, neo-Nazi, anti-Semitic, and conspiracy content from paid users went unmoderated on the site, and that is true. That's true. I mean, look, you don't even have to go to like other people. Elon Musk himself spreads conspiracy theories almost every day. I'm sure that if you look right now, he has talked about the Great Replacement theory in the last 24 hours. He himself has engaged in casual conspiratorial anti-Semitism. So it is not hard to believe that many other people are getting away with it. If you spent time on Twitter, I'm sure you've seen it yourself. That sort of stuff is not being moderated. And thanks to the fact that the verification system is no longer about verification, but about algorithmically boosting those who give $8 a month to the richest man in the world, it means that those who want to spread conspiracy theories or racism or homophobia or transphobia or anti-Semitism now get boosted by the algorithm in doing it. And not just in their posts. If they reply to something that you post, it will appear first. Thank you, Elon Musk. In any event, what the center did, and he never really argued against their methods, he just argued against the fact that they reported on it, was that they compiled data using third-party tools that access publicly available information. Musk pretended that they had stolen data from X. I mean, tweets are public. I'm not sure why that's theft, but that's what he said. He said that it also led to a loss of advertising revenue in the tens of millions of dollars. And I'm not sure that I buy that, although I'm not as inclined as usual to assume that he's lying there. I do think that the widespread social conversation that was engaged in nationally over the first year or two of his ownership of Twitter about how common hate speech had become probably has hurt him in terms of advertising. The issue, though, is that it's not the center that's responsible for that. You're the owner of the platform. You're responsible, buddy. It used to be when you were just a guy who spent way too much time on Twitter that it was somebody else's responsibility, but you own it now. You decided to fire the moderation teams. You decided to change the verification system. You decided to boost the worst sorts of accounts. And advertisers saw that. That's it. They saw the effect of the changes you made. They saw how you were actively trying to ingratiate yourself to these horrible people. And so, yes, some advertisers are less likely to want to advertise. But I will also say, if people are being sued for harming Twitter advertising, I recall a time when Elon Musk did an interview where he told those advertisers who had left he doesn't want their money anymore. He doesn't want them back. That's probably gonna hurt your advertising revenue. Can I sue Elon Musk? Do I have something there? In any event, I want to give you a little bit more of what the judge actually said. It's also just not true that the complaint is only about data collection. It's impossible to read the complaint and not conclude that X Corp, Twitter, is far more concerned about the center's speech than it is about the data collection methods. He also points out that it is clearly designed to freeze speech. It's designed to stop other studies from being published in the future. And by the way, Musk will be on the hook to pay the group's legal fees thanks to the fact that his suit was found to be utterly without merit. But that said, I understand that this is all serious and you came here for fun. So let me give you a little bit of fun, okay? There's a bit of a rebrand going on Twitter. Let's take a look. God, he's so stupid. So that's a little short video that he put out. The circle will be complete. You get it? Because he put a circle behind the X. And so look, I'm hardly the first person to point out that that's not like the best logo ever. Can we put it up again? Because I want you, dear viewer, to let me know in the comments. Look, it's easy to see the new one and be like, that's bad. But let's also bear in mind the first one was bad. So which is worse, okay? The one on the left at least uses Twitter's colors. Maybe this is him demonstrating that he's retreating back to Twitter. And it kind of looks like something the X-Men would have worn. But the original X logo looks like it would be on like a strip club that's not that fancy but wants to pretend that it's fancy. So they're both bad. I'm not even sure that it's not an improvement. Now, obviously it would be way better to just bring back the Twitter bird and the branding that you destroyed for no reason, as well as maybe rolling back, let's say, all of the other changes you've made to the platform since you took it over. I think that would help. But what do I know? I don't own Twitter, okay? I'm not its CEO. I have not presided over it losing, according to most recent studies, 30% of its usage. So, and I want to end on that. If we can bring up that graphic, Twitter is experiencing not only an issue with actually generating money, thanks to the fact that advertisers don't want to be on it, it also has lost a very significant percentage of its use. And why not? I'm shocked that that number is not higher. It was already a platform that was like mentally and emotionally troubling to sometimes engage with. But now, look at the people who are being benefited, who are being boosted by it. Why do people want to stick around on that? And honestly, I think one of the only reasons they have is because there really isn't a viable alternative yet. Blue Sky isn't yet big enough. We'll see what happens in the future. And look, obviously Threads, which easily could have replaced Twitter, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook have decided that they're gonna screw over news content. They don't want it. They added that new setting on Instagram, and please go and check that if you haven't already, that automatically opts you out of political content from people you don't follow. It's ridiculous, it's insidious, it's needless, but they did it. And in doing so, they gave a major boost to Elon Musk at a time when he really needed it. So, a lot of bad news for Elon Musk on the graphic design and judicial front, but he still has that, thanks to Mark Zuckerberg.